Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Herbert now. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is taken in by McBride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone, and that'll be caught by Tony.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Again, Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
On 1st down, Dixon.
Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a 2-score game, and these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the first quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away, get an excellent return, and now you've got a chance to go up 2 scores in this game.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dixon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught by Tony. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dixon. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on 3rd down, Dixon. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Dixon. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Dixon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Off the play fake, Dixon. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Off play action, Dixon sliding out of the pocket. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Cheetah with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first-half lead. Now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. To throw again, Dixon.
Now he'll dump it underneath underneath to his running back, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Dixon. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Dixon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
To throw on 2nd down, Dixon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Trey McBride,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Vikings 45, Lions 17.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Aiden Hutchinson, what a play by him. That's a loss of 17. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dixon toward the sideline. And look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Lions.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Operating from the gun, Dixon.
To the sideline and incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Williams brings it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Dixon. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 81 yards.
And the Vikings have got it on cruise control.
Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And that's
caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dixon. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, Dixon under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Operating from the gun, Dixon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carr. And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Looking to throw, Dixon.
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions.
A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Lions are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true.
There he goes, left side.
Still going. Inside the 20.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They get this out left. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Goes right back to McBride.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They throw it out right complete. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again, Dixon.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Dixon. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Dixon. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So nothing doing there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
From 4 yards out.
And the Vikings continue to pour it on here in the 4th. They just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Over the middle, complete. That's Carr. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Detroit.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. It's Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on first down, Dixon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple.
At the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Throwing on 3rd and long, Dixon. There's Laporta. He's got it, the tight end. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correct. And now here is another interception. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Now it's Herbert. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 25 yards that time. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.